Good morning, Boker Tov, everyone. You could see that Palm Beach is a little bit wet, but thank God, nothing more than a little rain so far. Hopefully we'll avoid this Hurricane Ian. I'm very, very grateful to God that this is only really starting now, and we were able to have 2 wonderful days of Rosh Hashanah, and the weather didn't interfere with the high holiday services. Let's hope that everyone will stay safe and well, and this hurricane will take a different direction, and everyone, wherever they are, will not be affected by this hurricane here in the state of Florida. So this week's Torah portion is Vayelach, and in it we come to the 613th commandment, the final commandment. And what is it? The commandment is to write a Torah scroll. But the way the Torah states the commandment, the Torah says, write for yourself, Atem kitvu lachem et hashira hazot, this song. The question is, why does the Torah refer to as a song? And we know that when we come to the synagogue, customarily, we don't read the Torah, we actually sing the Torah, we chant it in a melody. And the answer is as follows. You know, what's the difference between a sermon and a song? When you were in synagogue yesterday, you saw that when it comes to the singing, especially the famous tunes of the high holidays, Avinu Malkeinu, everyone joins in. Now, we've all sang this song hundreds and hundreds of times, but every time we sing it, it's like the first time. There's so much feeling, so much joy in connecting emotionally to the words of the prayers. But you know, when it comes to a sermon, you hear a sermon once, you can't hear a sermon twice, 3 times, 4 times. You got the information, you can't enjoy it the second time or the third time around. As opposed to a song that you could sing it hundreds of times and you love it every time just like the first time. Why is that? Because a sermon or a speech is about information. Once you got the information, you're done. But a song is an experience. And the experience you could have over and over and over again. That's why, you know, today with technology, when you listen to a talk, you can put it on double speed or 1.25, because give me the information quicker. But no one will put a song on double speed because it would kill the whole joy of the song. You want to enjoy it slowly. You don't want to rush the song. Information you could rush, but experience, you want to enjoy it. You know, another thing about a song is that if I'm talking and you start talking, that's called an interruption. But if I'm singing and you start singing, that's called harmony. Music brings people together. It unites hearts. It's an experience. And that's the joy of music. And that's why the verse says in this week's Parsha, the Torah is a song. You should sing it. You shouldn't be like, okay, let me get through this information. Let me hear it quickly. I'll put it on double speed. No, listen to the words. Take it in. Experience it. Feel it in your heart. Because that's what a Torah is supposed to be. It's supposed to be something you live with and you feel in your heart and your mind and in your soul. I shared a story yesterday or the other day in shul, on Rosh Hashanah, that there was this family, a religious family with 6 kids, and it was the day before Passover. So the husband took off from work so he could help his wife prepare for Passover. So the morning before the Seder, he comes into the kitchen, he says, honey, took off from work, I'm ready to help you. What would you like me to do? Cook, clean? She says, I'll tell you the truth, I got everything under control. The only problem is the kids, they're running around, they have off from school, they're making a mess, busy taking care of them. If you could take the kids out for 4 or 5 hours and let me just get everything ready for the Seder tonight, I'm good. Just take them and keep them busy. So he's thinking, what could I do with my kids for 4 or 5 hours after the day of Passover, before the Seder? So he comes up with a brilliant idea. He says, I'm going to take them to Newark Airport. There's an Airbus, a sleek bus that goes around the terminals in the air. The kids, the little kids, they'll love it. They're going on an Airbus. They'll look at all the terminals. They'll see the planes taking off and landing. It'll be a great experience for them. So he gets snacks and lunch. He packs them up, puts them in the van, takes them to Newark Airport, gets on the Airbus, and the kids are loving it. They're sitting and eating and looking at the planes landing and taking off and enjoying this slick ride of the Airbus. As he's on the bus, a pilot walks on to the Airbus, wearing his sharp uniform, his tie, his cap. And he sees these 6 kids sitting around there. He says to the kids, good morning, kids. He says, tell me, where you flying today? kids look at the pilot, they look at their father, they don't know what to say. He says, where are you flying today? Where are you going? And they say, I don't know. And they turn to their father to answer the question. The pilot looks at the father and says, where are you going today? He says, I'll tell you the truth, I'm not going anywhere. He says, we have this holiday tonight, it's called Passover, there's a lot of preparations involved. My wife asked me to take the kids out for a couple of hours, so I was thinking what to do. I said, I'll take them on the Airbus for a ride. So I parked my car here and I'm just spend a few hours on the Airbus and then we're going back home. We're not going anywhere. And suddenly the pilot got very serious and he said, I want to tell you something, he said. He said, I've been a pilot for over 30 years. He says, I've flown into every major airport in the world. I've taken off from every major airport in the world. I've been everywhere. He said, but 2 weeks ago, I got a text from my son. And my son said to me, Dad, my whole life, you were never there for all the important events in my life. You missed my birthdays. You missed my soccer practices. He says, you even missed my graduation. He said, but yesterday was your first grandson's birthday, and you didn't even show up for that. He said, do me a favor. Delete my name from your phone. He said, I want to tell you something, sir. He says, I've been everywhere in life, but I've realized now that I've gone nowhere. He says, you tell me you're going nowhere. But when I see you with your 6 kids, I want you to know you're going everywhere. Life is not about where you go or what you do or the information you get. It's not about knowledge alone. It's about taking everything you have and turning it into meaningful experiences. Experiences starting with yourself and your relationship with God, like the high holidays in the synagogue. Meaningful relationships with your wife, with your husband, with your children, with your friends. It's all about the experiences, the emotional attachment and bond. Like the Torah verse says, the song of this Torah. Sing the song of Torah. Sing the song of Judaism. Have a wonderful day, and please, everyone, stay safe.